Hey there, it's Ken, and today I want to talk to you a little bit about empathy and the lack of it in so many people when it comes to living wages or to not working at all, maybe because of chronic illness. When it comes to the subject of living wages, it is just remarkable to me at how unsympathetic, unempathetic people can be. They'll say stupid things like, well, I deserve better compensation for my challenging job. Otherwise, why not work at Waffle House and earn the same money? Yeah. None of the people that say that want to work at Waffle House. They don't want to deal with working in the heat of a kitchen. They don't want to wait on people and deal with difficult customers, which, let's be honest, they probably are a difficult customer. And all of those things are reasons why hospitality industry people merit higher pay, okay? Just for the greater demands of their job. I mean, just because a job is more technical or requires additional training doesn't necessarily make it more challenging or more stressful or more physically exhausting than the very hard work put in by those in the service industry. And I'm not talking about brain surgeons or anything like that. Duh. Obvious thing is obvious. So it just boggles my freaking mind. That and the sentiment that, well, I make $25 an hour in my profession. So, service people shouldn't make as much as I do. And I keep asking, why? Why? What necessitates that their wage is lower than yours? Are you just that eager to be able to look down on other people so you can feel better about yourself? Are you really any better off knowing that there are families struggling to eat, to afford their medicine, to afford a place to live? Does that make your life better, really, in any definable way? Are you so pitiful and pathetic that the only way you can feel good about your life is to know that others are struggling more than you? And how did you come to convince yourself that they deserve to struggle? And then you get the fun argument that, status quo is fine. Employees work for a wage. It's a mutually agreed upon arrangement. Yeah, to hell with that. There is a huge power imbalance in these supposed negotiations for salary, if you even get the option to negotiate. An agreement for employment is never reached entirely voluntarily, because there's always a threat of homelessness and starvation that will coerce anyone into accepting what's being offered. There's no leverage there. And it gets even better, right? Then we have, and this is one of my favorite arguments, where the person defending capitalism says, well, improve your skills, just get a better job. Yeah, and don't those people hate it when people do that, right? Oh God, no one wants to work anymore. Look, our economy depends on entire industries being able to pay people next to nothing. And let's face it, a lot of those industries, as a requirement for being hired, will insist that you're available all the time. You have to be available for all shifts. Just any kind of retail, any kind of service industry, hospitality environment. This is a thing. And if you have to be available all the time and you can't count on a steady schedule, then when exactly are you supposed to invest time in improving yourself and improving your education and digging yourself out of the catch-22 situation you find yourself in by design of our capitalistic society? The attitude that it's fine for other people to suffer and that they deserve to be miserable, to be fearful of not having enough to eat, to be fearful of not having a place to live, to be fearful of not having access to the medication, to the health care they need to survive. For anyone to think that that is acceptable, that's okay, is sick. It's just sick. And if you truly feel that way about your fellow human beings, you're not a good person. And I would say, shame on you. But we all know you don't feel shame. I just had to rant about that because it's unsettling, it's depressing, and I don't know that there's anything to be done about it. Am I alone in this? Is this just me? I don't know. Let me know what you think. I'm sure there's a lot of you out there with some thoughts, so let me know. And hopefully I'll have a more uplifting video next time, but until then, I'm Ken. You take care.